Welcome everybody. This is the Dream Medium. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your reading. So this reading is a twin flame reading called A Letter from the Karmic to the Divine Feminine. This reading will show you how the karmic feels about the twin flame journey between you and your divine masculine. So, I have already shuffled and displayed the cards just for time's sake because I know that I will be saying a lot in this video and I want us to get to the important points. So I've already shuffled and displayed the cards for you. The cards that you are now seeing is the cards that came out when I asked the question, what would the karmic say if they had the opportunity to write a letter to the divine feminine? Starting with the Eight of Pentacles. When I see the Eight of Pentacles, I intuitively see that the karmic feels as if they have spent all their work, time, and effort preparing a man for another woman. And I will tell you why. With this Eight of Pentacles, the karmic has spent a lot of her time with the divine masculine. For some of you, and only take what resonates because this is a general reading, but for some of you, the karmic has been in a, let's say, in an unhealthy relationship, an on and off relationship with the divine masculine for a very long time. I'm seeing years, I'm seeing more than 2 years for some of you. They have been together for that long, although it has not been a healthy relationship, but they have spent a lot of time with each other. And so it is time that most karmics are basing the value of their connection with the divine masculine. The karmics feel as if because they have been with the divine masculine for so long, that it is worth their effort. When I look at this Eight of Pentacles, I see everything that the karmic has tried to do in order to keep the divine masculine with her. Whether this is manipulation, whether this is changing who she is, putting in more effort for her physical appearance, trying to seem like something that she is not in order to impress or entertain him. But this Eight of Pentacles is simply everything that the karmic feels that they had to do in order to keep the divine masculine with them. The karmic had to do a lot of manipulation, a lot of lying, a lot of guilt trips, making the divine masculine feel guilty for wanting to be released from this unhealthy relationship. At the end of the day, what this Eight of Pentacles is simply saying is that this relationship between the karmic and the divine masculine is simply forced. And love should not be forced. If it is forced, it is not love. Love is a natural thing that occurs. You shouldn't have to manipulate someone to be with you. You shouldn't have to make someone feel guilty for not wanting to be with you. But just understand that with this Eight of Pentacles, the karmic simply feels like they have given their all in order to make sure that the divine masculine does not leave them. Earlier, I said that the karmic feels as if they have prepared a man for another woman. And I said that because the karmic feels like she's been through so much hardship with the divine masculine. And she's slowly realizing that in some way, shape, or form, she has prepared him for you. Ironically, that is the whole point of a karmic relationship. You see, most divine feminines tend to forget that there is an important reason as to why your divine masculine is in a karmic relationship. In a way, despite how you feel about the karmic, understand that she is doing you a favor. And that favor will be seen once you reunite with your divine masculine and you see that he has transformed, that he has matured, that he has grown into this incredible man. The karmic is the woman who has to put up with the divine masculine's flaws. A lot of divine masculines have a lot of maturing to do. They have a lot of wisdom to acquire. And it is through their experiences with the karmic that they will gain that knowledge and wisdom. But the karmic really feels like all their hard work went in vain, because regardless of how much they try to make sure that the divine masculine stays with them, at the end of the day, they know that the divine masculine's heart belongs to the divine feminine. The Eight of Pentacles. The karmic simply feels that she is more deserving of the divine masculine because she has seen his imperfections, yet she refuses to leave. She feels as if she has done her part, that she has worked very hard to be with the love of her life. But unfortunately, the love of her life does not belong to her. He belongs to the divine feminine. There's a lot of anger with the karmic. A lot of anger because she really feels like you don't have to try as hard as she does in order to gain his love. You just have to be you. And he will love you. But for her, she has to go through all these hoops and loops to get him to at least stay with her. It's unfair from her perspective. Next, you have the Ten of Swords, defeat, betrayal. Understand that these 10 swords did not all go in this gentleman's back all at once. They accumulated over time. Perhaps first it was 1 sword, 2 swords, 3 swords, and eventually 10 swords. This is the amount of times. These 10 swords represents the amount of time, years for some of you, and only take what resonates. For some of you, the karmic and the divine masculine have been in an on and off relationship for years. I'm seeing for some of you two 2 or more years that they have been together, but it has been an on and off relationship. These 10 swords represents the countless times that the karmic has tried to make it work, but was unfortunately defeated. It's almost as if the karmics know that in the end, sooner or later, they will permanently lose the divine masculine. Because like I said, they have been in an on and off relationship. Perhaps they break up, they get back together. They break up, they get back together. But the karmic understands that sooner or later, she will lose him permanently. With this 10 of Swords, I'm even seeing that for some of you, the divine masculine has tried to free himself from this karmic relationship. But unfortunately, he didn't get his freedom. This 10 of Swords can also represent how the divine masculine feels. They feel as if they have tried to get away from the karmic so many times, but they feel bound to them. Perhaps because of responsibilities. Maybe they're married, maybe they have children, maybe they have finances with the karmic. Maybe they have secrets, or perhaps codependency. Maybe it is the divine masculine's own fear of vulnerability that is stopping them from taking that leap of faith and closing and ending this karmic connection to be with the woman who he really desires. Sometimes it is not another person who is holding you back. It is your own fear that is holding you back. But understand that the 10 of Swords represents the ultimate defeat, betrayal. With this 10 of Swords, the karmic feels like she just can't get around this. It's like a puzzle. She can't quite fit the pieces together to figure out how to win. Because no matter what she does, how hard she tries, she still loses in the end. Next, you have the Hierophant. The karmic is a very intelligent woman. Understand that she might be very naive when it comes to her love life, but she's very intelligent. She knows her right from wrong. Logically, she knows what decisions she needs to make, but it is her heart that is making her make the wrong decision. With the Hierophant here, because of the countless defeats that the karmic has had to endure, understand that she too wants to make a decision that is best for her. Most karmics have even tried to end the connection. But when they end the connection, it's only in hopes that the divine masculine will come crawling back to her, or that the divine masculine will finally see her value, her worth. The Hierophant also represents the divine masculine's energy. The divine masculine knows that he finally has to make a decision to return back to his love. Keyword return. With this Six of Cups, this is reunion, reconciliation, someone who is thinking of the past, reminiscing. Considering that the Hierophant is right next to the Six of Cups, a lot of divine masculines know the right thing to do. But oftentimes the right thing to do isn't the easiest thing to do. So a lot of divine masculines know that they want to be with you, but choose to stay stuck in an unhealthy karmic relationship because it's easier for them. But with this Hierophant and Six of Cups being together, the divine masculine knows that he can not run away from this anymore. He cannot run away from this divine connection anymore. He has to make a decision, and this time the decision will be the right decision. Next, you have the Nine of Wands. Understand that it is not as easy for the divine masculine to free himself from this. If it was for most of you, if it was easy for the divine masculine to walk away from the karmic, he would have done it a long time ago. The karmic currently, for the majority of you guys, the karmic is in a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak. Remember how I kept on using the word defeat with the Ten of Swords. The karmic, it's almost like she's slowly losing. It's all coming to an end. You know, karmics are very persistent. A lot of karmics, like I said, they've been in this toxic relationship with the divine masculine for a very long time. So they're very persistent. They see a lot of potential. Their passion is driven by potential. But I always say that potential is not guaranteed. With this Nine of Wands here, the karmic is very quickly, actually, not even slowly, very quickly losing hope. Notice how with this Nine of Wands, this gentleman here looks like he's been in a battle. He's still standing tall, and even if he did win the battle, he's hurt. He's hurt. The karmic is simply losing hope. They're running out of patience because they've been through this situation before too many times. As a matter of fact, they've been in this cycle with the divine masculine too many times. The karmic knows that she will lose, as stated before. The karmic knows what the outcome of this situation will be, but is their persistent and their passion for the divine masculine that is giving them a little bit of hope. For some of you guys, the karmic is very naive when it comes to the divine masculine. She allows the divine masculine to run all over her and take advantage of her. For some of you, the karmic is younger. Perhaps the divine masculine is the karmic's first love, and so she is very soft and naive towards him. But the karmic has really had a hard time letting him go, letting the divine masculine go. I just keep on seeing cycle. I keep on seeing years. For most of you, the karmic has been dealing with this divine masculine who she knows wants to be with another woman. But the karmic is very delusional, very pretentious. She lives in this fantasy world of her own, where she sees the potential in the divine masculine. But like I said, potential is not guaranteed. You can see the potential in a partner, but that does not mean that that is how your partner will truly be like. It is just potential. The Knight of Wands is telling me to tell you that the karmic knows exactly what is going on. For some of you divine feminines, you guys have even already tried to move on. You're moving on with your life. Even though emotionally you're still hooked on the divine masculine, you are at least putting in some form of effort to move forward. Next, you have the Two of Pentacles. Indecision is what the Two of Pentacles represents. Someone who is juggling, someone who is incredibly indecisive. The karmic knows that the divine masculine is weighing his options, and she knows exactly what he is going to do sooner or later. Understand that from the very beginning, the karmic knew that the divine masculine wants to be with you from the very beginning. But remember how I said that the karmic is very delusional. She needs to be delusional in order to be happy, because realistically, there is no happiness in the connection between her and the divine masculine. With this Two of Pentacles, someone has to make a decision. I'm seeing this very vividly, intuitively, that currently for some of you, the karmic and the divine masculine has broken up once more for the millionth time. They're not communicating. They have not been in contact with each other. But for some of you divine feminines, this is not surprising because, like I said, the connection between the karmic and the divine masculine is very unstable, very on and off. With this Two of Pentacles, the karmic knows that currently the divine masculine is making a decision. And with this Nine of Swords, the karmic knows that the decision will not benefit her. The karmic is very anxious. It's almost interesting how the karmic puts herself in this situation, because like I said, this is a cycle. This has happened before. The karmic constantly feels anxious when it comes to the connection between her and the divine masculine, because she knows that he desires another woman, but she doesn't know when he will finally put his foot down and do as his heart desires. So anxiousness is filling the karmic, so much to the point where this Nine of Swords represents mental torment, being so worried and anxious to the point where she can't even get enough sleep at night. Because it's almost like she feels as if finally, is this really over? Is he really going to her? It's very sad, despite how you feel about the karmic. It's so sad that this is a woman who never really knows how her relationship will turn out with the divine masculine. Because the divine masculine is so spontaneous with her. It's like 1 minute he's not with her, the next minute they're together. She knows that he's very indecisive. She simply can never pinpoint him, can never figure him out. She's always scared, fearing that he will leave her. How can someone live like this? Not knowing how the divine masculine really feels about her. At least that's what she thinks. She knows deep down that the divine masculine does not love her. But her concern is, will he still stay with her or leave? Despite if you like or dislike the karmic, this is very sad. This is a very sad way for any person to live or love. Next, you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, the karmic feels as if she has a strong hold on the divine masculine, but it's really manipulation. You know, like I said at the beginning of this reading, the karmic has to go out of her way and do so much in order to persuade the divine masculine to be with her. Whether that is offering him the world, offering him to, to do favors, basically treating him so precious, giving him special treatments, doing everything that she can to make him feel good about himself, whether that's sexually, emotionally. She has to do a lot in order to make him stay with her. So when you see these cups in the Nine of Cups, these cups here, this is a woman who constantly has to prove her worth and tell the divine masculine, look at everything that I have to give. Everything that you could have if you can just stay with me. I can cook, I can clean, I can be your maid. And I'm only saying this lightheartedly because I really see that the karmic allows the divine masculine to run all over her. She babies him. She gives him special treatment because she fears him leaving. The King of Swords. The karmic is very defensive towards you, passively at least. I'm seeing that for a few of you who have had the opportunity to meet the karmic or see the karmic in real life, some of the karmics know exactly who you are, and they may pretend as if they don't, pretend as if they are nice to you. Maybe they have smiled at you, spoken to you, but whatever that nice act was, it was all a facade, because deep down the karmic is very defensive when it comes to you. Instead of blaming the divine masculine for mistreating her, the karmic blames you. The karmic sees that you are constantly in her way, and that she cannot possibly get the divine masculine because you will always be there, always be in the middle of her and him. To nicely but honestly put it, the karmic simply hates you. Now, lastly, you have the lovers. I was very surprised when I saw this card pop out, the lovers. I was like, oh my gosh, this is even more confirmation about this reading. The lovers card flew out at me. When I saw the lovers card, I saw redemption. I saw that it doesn't matter what happens or who does what or who gets in the way. At the end of the day, something that is divine will always come together. I believe I've already stated this, but this is also confirmation that the karmic knows that you and the divine masculine belong together. She knows that very much. And even if the karmic does not know who you are as the divine feminine, if the karmic does not know who you are specifically, understand that she still knows that the love of her life, the divine masculine, is in love with someone else. And if the karmic does know who you are, understand that the karmic, at the end of the day, despite her delusions, knows that you and the divine masculine belong to each other. And it's simply something that is out of her power that she cannot separate. This is a letter from the karmic to the divine feminine. Thank you guys for watching. If you would like a personal reading, please visit my website. The link is in the description box. Thank you guys so much and have a great day.